Could you just introduce yourself to me and tell me your full name?
My name is Ray Koska. I was with the U.S. Air Force. I met and married my beautiful husband Joe in the Air Force 63 years ago.
Oh, that's wonderful. So tell me what today means to you.
This means today that the naming of this bridge for the Korean War, in that it will establish forever that the war, the injuries, the deaths that occurred, and the sacrifices will never will never not be remembered.
Tell me a little bit about that, your involvement with that.
My family became a refuge of our homeland. We had to, when North Korea invaded South Korea, we lived right in Seoul, so we got blood into it. So we had to pack all our belongings and just run for our life. And so that was a very scary thing for a little girl.
How old were you at the time?
8 years old.
Role, would you say today was kind of a full circle for you to see something like this come into Shasta County?
Oh, absolutely. It's a great honor for all the Korean vets. And there's many Korean vets here that aren't even members of our chapter, but this is to honor all of them. And every Korean vet that comes through Shasta County and comes across this bridge, and that was the whole idea of this. So we share this honor with everybody that's a Korean vet.
There was no infrastructure building. They didn't have many roads. They lived basically in small little mud shack with thatched roofs, and they were very poor. So when this war goes through there, and the people, the civilians, they just really have to feel sorry for them because they had nothing to eat, no place to stay. They were constantly on the move, staying out of the war zone. So that's what really affects one. You go into a situation like this and combat, and you see this, it just absolutely just kind of blows your mind away.
Sure.
To think that, the human being is, I guess you say the inhumanity to man exists, and that's what Korea was like. But what really blew me away is that, the forgotten war was good enough for me. When I came back from Korea, I didn't want to.
You didn't want to talk about it?
Talk about it or anything else. So that kind of stayed that way, through the years. And of course, after I got older and older and thought about it, and then I learned of the Korean government and the Korean Veterans Association of Korea. They were hosting return visits, and so I went back on one of those return visits in 2004. It was 54 years later.
Wow. And
that changed my whole attitude. I mean, just when I got off that airplane at Incheon, because that's where I went into the war, 54 years later, I said, my God, they must have landed at the wrong airport. Because there's no way, that I felt that them people could have gone from what I knew to what I saw in 54 years is just absolutely unreal. And this little country today is the 10th largest economy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if people are just, that Seoul today is probably the most beautiful city in the world.
Wow.
Very accomplished and everything. So that just changed my whole attitude.